Hey y'all, welcome to today's asynchronous lesson. In today's lesson, things are going to be looking a little bit different than they did yesterday. So, part of today's lesson is going to incorporate these things called card sorts. So pretty much what a card sort is you're going to be given a couple of different options, a couple of different either graphs, equations, or solutions. And your job is to try to match those graphs, equations, and solutions with their corresponding answers. So as you can see here, my pure numbers are all their own large boxes. These are my answer pieces. And down here I have a couple of different equations. Each of these equations is going to match into one of these three categories. So for example, let's look at 3 plus 7. Again, not trying to trick you here. This one's going to be pretty straightforward and simplified. 3 plus 7, that's going to be 10. So we're going to place it with this 10. And as you can see, as we place it in there, it's going to create its own little category. So your job today in two of the examples is to first practice just sorting out these cards. 15 minus 2, that's going to get me 13. And try to have all of the cards go into their corresponding categories. 7 times 7, that's 49. And I'm going to leave these last two for y'all to solve. Again, this is just your first example of what it's going to look like. Second type of problem that you're going to be encountering is very similar to what we did last time, where you're just trying to figure out where is the equation, where is my solution, and can you explain your thinking. For this problem, it's going to be a little bit of an opposite reaction. You are given the solution, in this case, the point -1, 3, and you are told to write two linear equations through that point. So again, keep in mind, -1, up 1, 2, 3 spaces. So that means my equation needs to go through this point right here. Y'all can draw any lines that you would like, again, using the line draw tool. As long as they are going through that graph, it is going to work. So for example, your equation could look something like this. Or having a line going straight down through the middle. Again, whichever way you want to slice it, as long as your line passes through that point, you will create a system of equations. And I want you to make at least two of these lines for the point that you are given. And again, lastly, you're going to be having a whole ton of cards. This is where the examples that came up on Monday, if you have not done that lesson, make sure that you go back and do it, are going to come back into play. As you can see, for the most part, I have a ton of solutions, but not as many equation boxes. So your job is to try to figure out which equations match up with the precise boxes, if there are infinitely many solutions, and if there's any time where there will be no solutions. As always, if you have questions, if you need help, please let me know. Reach out to me. Schedule's going to be a little bit more flexible today than the past few days. So if at any point you would like some help, please let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing your responses, look forward to seeing your thinking. And at this time, you can go ahead and get started with today's Desmos activity.